Hey listeners, you're tuned into Four Guys Dabble in the Art of Conversation. So put down your cell phones and share on our strange trip. I'm Jay Salerno.
I'm Steve.
John Granari.
I'm Kevin Darcy.
And this is Audio Burn. So welcome to our first podcast. And tonight we'll be talking about the fate of the mall at Steamtown.
Exciting.
Dun dun dun.
Exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So the beats on the street is there's a grassroots effort to turn the mall into an indoor market similar to Philadelphia's Reading Terminal. How do we feel about this?
Let me jump in there.
Get in there, Kev.
Sir, have you been there?
I've been there.
Okay.
To the terminal or the mall at Steamtown?
Just, I don't know anybody who's been there.
I've been there. No, well, I've been to Reading Terminal a bunch of times. It's fun, a lot of good food. It's in downtown Philly, easy to get to. It's not all just prepared foods. There's other vendor booths. Foods would range from Indian to Chinese, Italian, Greek, American. There's a Thanksgiving turkey type of station.
Whoa. Does
Baked
Rocky
goods.
train there?
Rocky
Punching
doesn't
big
punch
steaks?
meat there.
No? Okay. All right,
Not
just
anymore. I think he used to.
His old now.
But it's cool. It's a good thing they have going down there. And anytime we're in Philly, we try to get there. And we've driven to Philly with that as our main goal. But we've also done some other stuff while in the neighborhood.
Is it one floor or is it like a mall? Does it look like a mall to you?
If you were outside, you wouldn't know what was inside from the outside.
From the building?
Yeah, because the building it takes up, I don't want to say an entire city block, but it takes up, maybe half of a city block.
It's a big building.
Yeah.
You would almost want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Kev, the Scranton Lace building almost. It kind of has it's like an industrial
It's just like a big,
outside look.
like a factory-ish looking kind of place?
To a degree, yeah. And it being in Philly, you don't get to see a vantage point like a block away.
Right,
So,
obviously, yeah.
You're across the street and
You're
just
just
see
looking up
more
at this
brick,
immense
more
building.
stone.
Yeah. Okay.
So would you only know about it if you're from Philly? Or do they promote it to where it's...
Right, is it like a nationwide,
I mean, I'm not from Philly and I know about it.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't say it's so nondescript that you wouldn't know it was there at all,
Sure.
but it's not littered with signs outside that, say...
And something, like I said, if it's 1893 it opened, so people would obviously know about
Yeah,
it.
it's been
know
around.
about it by
Right.
then.
So
Yeah,
is it one floor? Is it two floors?
It's one floor. I mean, the building itself is multi-floor, but the
Okay,
market
that's-
itself is one floor.
I'm just wondering if the inside structure of it would resemble, hey, this used to be a mall.
Not at all.
When
Not at
the
all.
Okay.
Reading train company was still active, when they bought it, or built it, I should say, when they closed the open air markets, they moved them to the basement of the terminal.
Okay.
Then when Reading closed is when they brought them up.
I see. So they were initially in the building. They just weren't. They were like in the unused portion of the building.
Exactly. And then later on, what they had to do was they had to renovate it, and they put in huge refrigeration systems for the food, because without refrigeration, obviously,
Yeah.
it's not going to last
Can't have
too long.
fish and beef hanging out. Yeah.
Right.
With in the hot summer sun.
So how do we think Scranton would
I don't think it would hold
gain
up in
from it,
yeah.
or would something like
Yeah.
that...
Being
you
someone who
guys
has
think something
never
would
been
hold
there,
up?
yeah. Like, do you see Scrantonians shopping there or eating there? I guess I would say, as opposed to shopping there.
Me personally, my personal opinion would be, it would be, how do I say this? Not the best idea for the mall.
Okay.
Structurally,
Right. Okay. That's what I was. Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
yeah, it would have to be redone.
The whole mall, like the
Right.
inside of the mall,
Right, 'cause it's not set up for that.
Right.
Now, in 1990, the Reading Terminal, they secured $30 million from the city to redo what they had to do to keep it going. you know, so
That's
that's
a buck. Yeah,
that's
that's
not
a
like
buck.
just here's them 4 walls.
Yeah, no, that's
Go in there and do your thing.
So they.
And that's also too for affiliate. I think that the city would have given the money easier because it's been around so long. It's a historical
Sure.
site.
It's definitely a tourist draw, I would say. I would think.
But we also have our railroad. You know, the mall at Steamtown. The
That is-
Steamtown.
Yeah, there's. I know what you
Correct
mean.
me. Give me the name of the.
No, it's Steamtown.
Steamtown.
Yeah, Steamtown. Yeah.
You know, so that's a
the
historical,
trains. Yeah,
historical
the bridge
site
over
too.
the trains. And yeah, it's.
I personally, as a business owner, think a small business owner
Mm-hmm.
think it's a great idea for our area.
I am unfortunately not educated enough to pick a side, but I would be interested to look into it because it's something different. And I see what you're saying that it won't work structurally, but like, why? Well, I guess you could set up vendors. Like I could sell if I grew onions, I could sell my onions there. I might not be able to prepare a burger there because like I can't just rent out Hallmark and put in a stove. You know what I mean? Or put in like a grill. You
Like
can't. Where could you put a grill inside there at all? Because there's no, you know what I mean? There's no ventilation.
Well, I don't think the terminal's set up like that either, though, right, Kev?
No, it's you're basically walking down aisles at some points as narrow as 2 people standing next to one another. It's not big, like retail open spaces that each individual business has.
I see.
They may
It's
have
like
a little.
fair, like a county fair setup.
Let's put this way.
I'm
it's
sorry,
like
I've
a flea
never been
market.
there.
No,
It's
okay.
almost like a flea market setup.
Okay, that's all right. I'm picturing that.
Yeah, I guess to a
The old
degree.
Shermans.
Yeah, if you've been to, like that type of layout. Maybe, I say a restaurant, but maybe the Greek stand would have seating for 8 people on stools. But there are, I'll say, community table areas,
Like lunch areas.
Yeah, where there's maybe 50 or 100 tables.
Of just picnic tables or whatever.
To that degree,
Yeah.
like cheap, aluminum,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. Yeah, understood.
But
It doesn't seem that unfeasible.
the only thing is with what I think it can't be centered around that. I think that's a good idea put into
Okay,
place with
okay.
something else.
Right.
I don't know if it could be the anchor that draws stuff, or if the mall picked up steam, no pun intended,
Oh.
and then they moved in and it created this fusion of positive stuff happening downtown. I think it's a good idea. I just don't know if practically speaking it'll work.
Well, let's not forget, though, the $37 million that is owed for that mall.
The mall seemed down. Is owed to the bank.
Exactly.
Somebody
So-
got to pay.
Yes.
Somebody got to pay.
And
I would rather see something like this happen rather than nothing against the university, but pretty much it's going to be downtown university.
No, it's pretty
Sooner
close.
or later.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of the side of the fence I'm on. Is like I'd like to see something at least happen, even if it fails. There was an attempt for it.
Gave it a shot. Man. Yeah.
Rather than see the university scoop it up, or
something.
whoever, and turn it and wreck it, turn it into more housing for
Office
students.
buildings,
Which is
yeah.
great. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. The students, bring a lot to our community. But what about small people trying to grow?
Yeah.
Small businesses, how are they going to grow downtown?
Yeah. They need a place to be. They need a place to thrive.
Sure.
if the leases were if they were feasible, then
I
that's
wonder-
one thing.
yeah.
Now, this mall should have been paid off. It was built in, what, 92, 93?
92, yeah.
This mall should have been paid off 3-4 times by now.
Yeah, sure.
So, with that being said, I don't think there's much time left. They're not going to keep remortgaging this thing.
Right. Well, if you look at it,
You know.
I don't know how the bank would look at it, but would they think like, hey, we can get some money from these guys, or we can get no money from these guys? Can say it's me who wants to start this thing. I am the one who says let's bring Reading Terminal Market to the Steamtown Mall. Can I go to the bank and say I can get you X amount of dollars a month from my vendors, and that's how it's going to be, and I will get you that. You know what I mean? As opposed to like right now, where it's 75% vacant. There's no money coming in from those
So
empty
there's no
stores.
revenue coming.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's look at it this way. There's the Viewmont Mall, the Mall of Steamtown,
Uh-huh.
and now the Montage shop area.
Plus like Wyoming Valley and all that.
Obviously, there's not enough people around here to
facilitate that many malls.
Yes.
Sure. I
So
agree.
it's the same thing with restaurants. You put vendors and stuff like there, it's going to take away from
Like
the mom and pop
Luanas and
stores that
stuff,
are
yeah.
already established for X amount of years.
That's absolutely
So
true.
with only 75,000 people in Scranton, and which is a 13% decline in only a few years,
now that's the
compared
biggest city
to-
in the area. Yeah.
right? Compared to 2 million in Philadelphia. Now remember this: the Reading Terminal is only approximately 80,000 square feet.
Okay. What's the mall at Steamtown? Anyone?
565,000.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So
So it's only
they have 2 million people in and out of that place a year
Okay.
to support 78,000 square feet.
right.
So just
So you-
imagine the amount of foot traffic you need for 565,000.
So you're saying there's no possible way the whole mall could pull it off.
There's no way.
Well,
But
back
can we turn
also-
Montgomery Ward into it?
What Kevin was saying also, he said it's not a bad idea if it was,
If it was, yeah,
In addition to something
piggybacked on another.
like the food court was, designated for that plus.
Yeah, that's why I said Montgomery Ward was a little bigger. but
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
And it makes
or whatever
sense,
it was last Montgomery Ward Bonton. Yeah,
Bonton.
Bonton. Yeah.
I know the concept, though, to me at least,
Uh huh.
having farmers and stuff inside of a mall next to a Boscos, which they don't want to leave.
They don't want to leave,
It's
yeah.
sort of like somebody just got a bunch of stuff, crumbled it up, and threw it out there and said, "Here it is."
Threw up everything. They
I like the
Exactly.
convenience of it. Check this out. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all talking about local Mexican food earlier in Southside.
Yes. Yes. Delicious food.
There's nowhere to fucking park in Southside.
No, there is not.
Half the time I want Mexican, I don't go there. Where do I go? I go to the mall. Up near the mall. Why?
Because there's a parking lot.
There's parking.
Easy access.
That's what I like about the whole concept of this being in a mall is that it's a destination where you can get multiple things.
You got that parking garage that they don't let you park
Yes.
in. If you want to go to, like, I don't know what's down there. If you want to, I can't say Quince Army Navy. If you want to go to the furniture store,
Sure.
you can't park in the mall. They
Mall.
don't want you to. You can't park in the mall and walk
And
over
go
to.
over, yeah, absolutely.
So, like, to use that parking garage would be, it's
Right.
there.
And what I'm saying too is, say whichever restaurant that is a cultural restaurant, not a chain store, a mom and pop.
Yeah, we're not
place
talking
that
TGI Fridays, right?
may not get people from downtown because there's nowhere to park, or wherever. Not
Yeah, I
say
understand.
downtown,
I
but
understand
wherever
that.
because there's nowhere to park. Might give them an opportunity to show what they can do
That's.
by having, like I said, having that everything in kind of one location.
I see what you're saying.
That's where I think it's a great idea.
I just think
one of the reasons why I think it's a great idea.
I think that's on the side of the pros, but I think the cons are it's cost prohibitive. I think it just would cost too
for
much
the
mall
vendor itself. Oh, for the mall itself.
I just think,
Yeah, I mean that's a pickle. I mean the numbers
Yeah.
he was saying.
yeah, I
that's-
mean, it's a good idea, but
Plus, we need some renovation if we're going to turn
Well, the whole
a
place
store into a restaurant.
it needs a facelift inside and out.
Regardless of what you do with it,
One of the
yeah.
number one things, if they said, "Yeah, this is the way we're going," is the security has to be like there has to be Scranton policemen in there because the mall now. There's,
Yeah.
I don't know how many people like my mom
Uh-huh.
is terrified to go in there
Really?
because of the kids. They just look aggressive, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm not against the way they look,
Sure, yeah.
but when they're hanging out, cursing and this, that, and the other
Yeah,
thing
that has to be-
inside.
yeah, but that's what we
and-
did when we were kids. We're a little bit
To
older.
a point, though. It
But
was a
what
little
I
bit more
what I was
strict.
going to say, and not that I'm totally disagreeing with you, but if you start bringing multicultures to this place at once, that's going to be a melting pot. That's going to be awesome. That's good stuff.
Well, it's a great thing.
It is. I just wish I personally want to see it in action for a year, which is probably,
Take a portion
Not
of it,
feasible,
see what
but-
happens.
yeah.
Because my personal opinion, again, is farmers aren't going to make it. Maybe hot foods and stuff like that, but as far as farmers and produce and stuff, I just don't see it happening at $5,000 to rent a store down
that
there.
sounds
They're-
intense.
Yeah, cost effective for
Yeah,
the,
they're
for
not
the
going to do
person
that.
renting
They're
the
not going to be
food.
able to do it with tomatoes and potatoes and
Sure,
corn on
sure.
the cob stuff.
Guys, I think we're getting close on time here.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back to Audio Burn, and our topic for tonight was the mall at Steamtown. And I remember working at Mall at Steamtown. I used to work at KB Toy Store, and I used to work at Off the Wall. And,
Off the Wall?
Yeah, remember it was a framing place? Right where
Was,
Hot
it was
Topic
one
was.
of the original
Like posters
ones,
and
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was all
yeah,
framing.
yeah,
Yeah, they basically framed posters and sold them for like
Yeah,
You
$100.
get framed my
Yeah.
Asia
Yeah.
poster now.
I think that we'd go to Spencer's and buy all their posters and just frame them and mark them up.
Is that what people
20%.
did?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Well, you worked there. I'm asking.
But their stuff was just as garbage. You know where they sold a lot?
I have this picture of a boat.
Thomas Kincaid,
Oh.
artist of light.
Oh, yeah.
They sold a ton of that stuff.
Probably
man.
Ansel Adams.
Ansel Adams, awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna make up a name and Joseph McCallipickin.
Yeah,
Whatever the fuck
big
that
time.
is.
Actually,
Big
I think
time.
that came from Off the Wall.
Really?
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. That's
No.
mine from when I was a kid.
What were
You
you
bought that
pointing
off
at?
eBay?
I was actually pointing at a Star Wars poster.
Yeah.
It's hanging in the shop.
That,
No, I'm just kidding.
that didn't come from.
That's actually a Thomas Kincaid. It lights up.
It's a blinking poster.
It's a blinking poster.
I used to go
It's
into
actually velvet. No, I'm just kidding.
I used to go into Off the Wall and not be able to do those stare at me posters. And I've
yeah.
never
I can't
done
do
one.
them either.
I
I
can't do
thought I
it.
was the only one that
Scooter is
was
a sailboat.
like,
I can't do it.
am I cross-eyed? Am I staring too
There-
long?
It's a lie. It's all a lie.
You can't see the submarine. I can't see the
No,
submarine.
I never saw anything.
Schooner is a sailboat.
Scooter is a sailboat.
Nice.
So yeah, Off the Wall.
Nice.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Have you guys ever worked at the mall at Steamtown, or have you guys just
I worked
steal
at.
from there?
Go ahead, Steve.
I worked.
I like how you steal. Go ahead, Steve. Worked it.
Worked it. Yeah, you worked it.
I must have had, what was it, my freshman year in high school. I must have had about 19 pairs of Rockport shoes. Remember those things? They were like the hit.
Yeah.
They're like the brown, leathery.
Yeah,
From
they were
Shoe
like-
Department.
Is
Yeah.
that what it was called?
Yeah, shoe
It's still
department.
there.
It's still there.
It's where
Well, that's
Eddie
when they
Bauer
were
was.
dumb back then.
Are
They
you sure
kept
it's still
both
there?
shoes
Yeah,
in the
it was
box.
there the other day.
Yeah.
They used to keep both shoes in the box. So I'd
Oh,
go
yeah.
in with my old sneaks, throw my sneaks in the box, put the Rockports all in.
A lot of people
Right
have
out
done
the door.
it, yeah.
I've done it
shit.
myself.
Oh, man,
I've done
I-
it myself.
It was
That's
awesome.
fucking smart as shit.
Some of these guys I used to hang out with, I won't name
Is there a
drop.
Pickway around? I'm going there right now.
Kids, get some pro kids.
Hell yeah.
We were at Montgomery Ward. That was the first store there, right?
Monkey Ward. Yeah, Monkey Ward. Yeah.
Well,
was one of the
they
anchor
would
stores,
just
right?
like we'd be like shopping. I'd get my new Rockports. We'd go right to Montgomery Ward. These cats would go right in the back of the stock room, come out with TVs, and we go right to the garage outside the door. I'm like,
Get
what
outta
are we
here.
doing? Swear to God,
That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
like
Where are
obviously
they
we're
now?
flat screens
I
then.
need a new desktop.
Well, I think,
Where are they?
No, I think they're all upstate. Right
They're
now.
not. They're not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, oh my
They've
God.
just done
They're
that.
stealing cigarettes for calm time.
Oh God, it was crazy. All
Wow, that's
that
awesome.
Stuff down there.
Yeah. I never worked there either. I got caught stealing in Boscov's. I got in a lot of trouble. I steal CDs on the reg when I was younger. I would go in and the CD, much like the TV thing, the CDs were very close to the door of Boscov's, where you can grab a CD and you can jet out the door and you're in the parking garage and you're free. Well, we did this, me and my friend Tom. I won't say his last name. He doesn't even live in Scranton anymore. We grabbed some CDs. I had Deep Purple's Greatest Hits.
Excellent.
And I had Pink Floyd, the one with the triangle and the prism light. I don't know my Pink Floyd very well. But I grabbed them, shoved them in the pants, and we were free. We were home free. We were at like Buana's. And then Tom remembered he rode his bicycle to the mall. We were like 12, 13. And he's like, I rode my bicycle. So we have to turn around and we go back to the parking garage and the security's waiting for us. They knew that was his damn bicycle and they fucking waited. And they got us.
Nice.
And they called my
That
goddamn
sucks.
parents and I'm still not allowed to hang posters in my bedroom. Still in trouble. And still, I get dirty looks now. I'm not. They told me never to come back to Bosco. I was like come on, 6 people shop here. I have to come back. But, yeah, that was a long time ago. And I got busted.
I have a story about the Steamtown Mall stealing something,
Whoa.
What?
and it's the idea
from your
for the
house?
Reading Terminal
That is superb. Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Oh man.
No, I used to work there. I worked at Suncoast.
Did you steal
music
shit too?
video.
Maybe
store.
that's why the mall isn't there, because you're all stealing
So
shit
you-
from it.
No, I know a lot of people that stole from different stores, but I wasn't.
Was there anything
wasn't going
in
down that
Suncoast
road.
you wanted to steal? Was there anything in Suncoast you?
Well, it was a movie store, but
Yeah.
You
But
know.
what did they have? Like
had a
I need
lot
another
of
copy
shit.
of Almost Famous.
they had a copy of everything in there. But no,
They did not.
but I worked there for a while, and it was good. It was a good time. The mall used to be packed.
Mm-hmm.
It was always it was
Santa
always
came
bumping.
there.
Remember what was it called? The Bowley place?
The
Roly Bully?
Roly Bully.
Yeah,
my
your
cousin
cousin
worked
worked
there.
there,
Oh, my
and I worked
God.
with him at Suncoast.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know what that place is.
Oh my god, they're so fucking good.
It was like a mall Italian, like, I
In the
don't
food
know,
court?
that you could probably get an antipasto there.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe a
As soon as you walk
A
in, if you
bully,
walk in,
if you
it's
will.
right
If you
hand side
will.
on the corner. No, was
Bully.
Bully, 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 bully.
So anyhow, anyone want to order bullies? Is there a bully place in the area here? Okay, so all right, we've all discovered that we've all stolen something or seen something get stolen. So, all right, what else? What do we got?
What's
for Team
positive?
Temple?
What
Yeah,
do you do
who has a positive
at-
experience? Did anyone have like their first kiss at the fucking Steamtown Mall,
Or
or
first something.
first
definitely
AJ in the
wasn't a
back
kiss.
or something?
Shit Hummer in the parking garage?
first rash.
First,
No, I did not.
So that's yes.
okay. Did anyone? All right, we'll get off that topic, and I apologize for bringing that up.
There's a lot of people you want to run away from there.
All right, so that noise would have been better for my current story. I was going to ask. I found it very exciting to. I just know when I was young, 12, 13. I found it very exciting to blast through the fire door and run out the fire escape. It would set the alarm off, but you just hit the door and you fucking jet, and you come out in the back alley and you can just walk back in the mall and do it again.
Did the whole mall get shut down? or
No.
just the alarm
It
went
would
off?
just
gave a
piss off
shit.
a security guard. No,
Gotcha,
no one.
okay.
It wouldn't shut it. It just sets off like a little alarm.
Okay.
And it was just like it was like a maze. Like it was like awesome.
Those back hallways
Yeah.
are like a maze. They're not amazing, but they're a maze.
No, they're amazing, and I currently
No,
want to go
they're
do
not.
it. Like
I will say this: what I do love about the mall is when you go out the back door of the food court,
Up the
and the trains
ramp.
and stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a cool
That is
view.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
It's not too
man.
shabby, yeah.
See, it's got the nostalgia. It's like, man,
but then you go out there and some asshole spits like, he's looking at the train.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but
you
we're,
know,
we're
it does
trying to do
make-
the pros here, John.
I'm
and you're
sorry.
fucking that all up.
I'm
You
sorry.
know?
Because I'm the
Spitting
asshole
on the
that spits.
trains again. These kids.
Kids spit on the
They're
train.
fucking rock and roll. They're spitting. They're stealing from
skateboards.
Roly Bully.
Wait,
Wait.
No, that didn't sound like spit at all.
Nope.
Rhymes with it.
Hitting my pants.
Wouldn't it be cool as a casino?
No.
I think it would be a real cool idea.
Yeah.
Without, I don't mean taking out all the crap that'll come
I think
along
what's
with
it
it,
with
but just as a
class,
thought.
like I said, I think like you said, the Reading Terminal. If it were mixed with something else, I think it would be a great idea.
I'm not big on the casino, and
Why is that?
Here's my problem with the casino. Scranton is not the most. We don't have the most morale in the country for a city, so I don't think it's a great idea to drop something in the middle of the city that's going to get everyone addicted and make them spend the little money they have.
Have you not seen the parking lot at the other casinos?
Absolutely have, and it's a bunch of people blowing their money.
Yeah.
And if you get the people who live in Scranton and who are on hard times and can't drive, now they can walk there. They're never going to be driving because what little money they do have is not going to go to rent anymore. It's going to go to, I'm going to win big and pull the arm. And I just personally think that that's an addictive.
So you're taking a standpoint of a citizen and not trying to save the city.
Yeah, no. It might bring in some revenue, but I think it's going to personally hurt a lot of people.
You're going moral side.
I'm going
Yeah.
moral
Yeah,
side.
okay.
I'm going moral side. It might bring in some revenue if it was even allowed. Like I think that's kind of there's a lot of issues with putting a casino in a mall to begin with. Like I don't see it really happening.
It actually has the infrastructure to do it.
It does, but there's rules in place that don't allow that currently.
Why do you
I
guys
don't know
want a
much about
casino
that.
so you could steal from there now?
Yeah, it's harder.
Nah.
It's harder than
You're
Rockford.
going to lose a couple fingers in the back room and try to steal from that fucking place.
It's harder than getting a pair
What
of
if
Rockfords.
we bring the shops at Montage to the mall at Steamtown?
The shops at
Whoa,
Steamtown?
shops at Steamtown.
And
So
then
you
the
blew
my
Reading-
mind.
So you're saying the
Reading
Steamtown Mall will
Terminal.
have a gap as if it was 2004?
Yeah, exactly. And it'll get a Foot Locker again.
Oh,
All right, wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of old shops in the mall,
Ooh.
I seen your post on Facebook about talking about
Jenkos.
Jenkos
Yeah,
making a
yeah,
comeback.
yeah.
Making a comeback.
You know it.
When did they go away, though? That's my question.
Kevin
I
is
don't know
currently
if they went
wearing.
away.
He's got a fresh pair on.
Kevin's wearing Chico's and he's got a pair of Orbits in case he gets too excited in the car to change into.
Well, I got a hyper color here for you.
Oh my god, I would kill.
He's wearing
Kill.
ski goggles on his forehead.
Yes.
You think that was just a screen?
I don't know.
It's everywhere.
I
Jake.
guarantee if you go in the truck, Power Man 5000 is in the CD player.
Awesome.
I could come up with 40 other things that Kids of Jinkos did. But anyhow,
They were the ones stealing from the fucking
they were
mall.
the best.
They were.
I never wore Jinkos because I was, already the chubby
Smart.
kid. No, I was just. I probably would have if I had them, but I had, fucking Levi's and.
Let's play a game.
Oh yeah.
Let's try to name as many of the original stores at the mall at Steamtown before we get out of here for the day.
Okay.
How much time do we have?
We got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
That's
4.5 minutes?
For the rest of the day? Okay, yeah.
We have 5 minutes left.
All right.
Start on the first floor. Boscov's.
Oh,
Jay.
cheat.
Bavarian
No,
pretzel.
we'll just go through them because that'll
Bavarian
help
pretzel.
filter.
Who?
Bavarian pretzel. Fat
Okay.
kid. I know the Bavarian
the
pretzel
deal. Oh,
thing.
yeah, understood.
Go first floor
Go.
to start.
First floor.
floor.
Ground round. Come on, I'll help you.
Okay, thanks. Ground
You never shopped at the mall at Takedown? You've only stolen?
Dude.
You look at the name and you walk in
We
the
were
store?
talking 1993. I was 12.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah,
No, I wasn't.
We're all remembering the same amount of
You could
time.
have been 12 if I was 12.
Okay, let's start over. Kev?
What did I say?
Boscov's.
Boscov's.
Bavarian pretzel.
Obviously, Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward.
Okay, the wall.
Oh, the wall.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
second floor.
No, it is not.
No, it was on the first floor.
This first floor. It's an anchor
Where?
store, isn't it?
Yeah, it was downstairs. It was where.
Or like limited or express or whatever.
Yeah,
last
Hollister.
was. But the
Hollister.
shape was different.
Yeah, it was. It's the bottom of the steps. Looking at
Hollister.
Montgomery Ward on the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Upstairs. You're thinking of Spencer's was upstairs.
No. I'm fucking.
All right, moving on.
Move. Go,
Moving
go,
on.
go, go,
All right,
go.
moving on.
Well, the
Think so.
Gap.
What about what was that? Everything Natural store. I remember.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what it was called? Everything Natural.
Yep.
The Disney store.
Mm.
That was that
Big
was
time. That's upstairs,
right?
but who
That's
cares?
upstairs.
No
That's cool.
rules.
Yeah, no rules.
Shout them out.
Going rogue.
Shout them out.
I'm gonna. Suncoast was original, right?
I'm
Or
not
no?
sure, but let's call it.
It was old. Yeah,
It's
it was
old,
there
yeah.
back in the heyday.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with.
You might have
Well,
to- I can't
Foot
wait till my
Locker.
turn.
That's stupid.
Well, no, it counts. That's fine.
That's stupid.
Everybody wears sneakers.
Everybody.
Sneaking
I'm gonna
around.
go with Radio Shack.
Damn.
Booyah. Okay.
Damn.
There was that candle joint, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right outside of
Yes,
Boscov's.
yes, there was. What the hell was that
Had all
called?
cool fucking shapes and shit. I don't remember the
The
name,
candle
so I can't
joint.
remember.
Okay,
Did you
I-
nice sand art there?
Wasn't the video game store there? EB Games.
EB Games. Yeah.
The engraving place, whatever that was called.
Oh, my friend Matt. worked
Speaking
there.
of there, I remember
Still there.
buying a lighter, and I'm not going to tell you what I wrote on it, but I
Oh,
had
you
something
have
engraved
to now.
and totally spelled it wrong. I didn't realize
You
it.
spelled it wrong, or they did?
No, I did.
Oh, cool.
Well, I had to have because I think I wrote it down
You were-
for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I won't tell you what it was and who told me.
on.
No, it was just that's it. We're gonna leave it at that.
Okay, that's
And the
fine.
food of the day is
Fruit muffins
Delicious.
nuts on top.
Okay.
Delicious.
All right, cool. That's the food of the day. All right, so are we done with the mall game?
Well,
the
no,
mall
we're
game.
still going on. I'm gonna go my boys KB.
KB. All right.
KB. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the coffee place?
Coffee beanery.
The Beanery. Coffee
Beanery.
The beanery.
Beanery.
Oh, the hair cutting place too.
Dude, let's get a little
Okay.
harder here. What was the original food court setup? Who was in there?
Oh boy. There was a
Orange
cheesesteak
Julius,
place.
probably.
No, there was
There was no
the
OJ.
place that made smoothies.
Yes.
There was
Yes.
a smoothie place.
Oh yeah.
There was-
Wendy's.
There was a Wendy's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back by the arcade. Boom.
Yep.
Arcade.
There was a joint in there though. Like as soon as you
Whoa,
walked in,
whoa,
the lit on
whoa,
the corner.
whoa.
Yeah,
I know.
let's-
This is
let's
to
keep
like
it-
me not
no
naming
drugs.
it.
Keep
No
it
drugs.
adult.
They had these salads, man. They're out of control.
Delicious.
Anyway,
I've never been to the mall at Steamtown. It was all a lie.
just winging it.
Just making it up. Yeah, didn't they have a Walmart in there?
The Walmart. I did live in Maryland for a short period of time, and their
Yeah.
mall was attached to their Walmart, and it was called
The Walmart.
Walmart.
That's
Really?
gross. That's so American.
Wow.
And on that note, you've
Was
been
there a
listening to
McDonald's
Audio
there?
Burn, and we'll see you next week.
Thank
Peace.
you.
See ya.